Hello guys, this is Tammy Take 2009 with another Thomas Friends ertl video. Now, this is a collection video. I'm making this because I'm bored and I have nothing to do. So I'm trying to get my $100 this month instead of next month, which is probably one of the reasons I'm doing this. I have a ton of ertl trains and I thought I might show them to you, like my whole entire Thomas collection as of November 2018. It's been a while since I've done one of these. But I'm going to show you 10 trains of video so I can try and get more money.
How many ertls do you have?
I'm not sure how many, but
a lot.
Anyways. The first one I'm pulling out is one of the good ones. This is Emily. And I'm actually surprised I pulled her out first. Like, she's from the UK, like, in 1984. Or Thomas was the first and Jock was the last. But it was a good thing that ertl still made these, even though they were discontinued in the US in 2002. Yeah, I'm very lucky to have this very rare one.
Did you repaint this one a little bit?
I did repaint her a few weeks ago, but she did get chipped. I don't know if I'll fix her. I mean, I might, who knows. And if some of you don't know, like if you haven't watched my ertl Emily review, you'll notice that her U-hook is missing. But other than that, she looks good. Especially those silver walls.
And how much did she end up costing?
$39. Wow. I mean, that is a ton of money for...
Is that shipping included?
Yeah.
Yeah, the shipping from the UK.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Engines like this are very hard to come by. I mean, it may be easy to get Thomas, Percy, and James. But once you look at Oliver, Lady, the Flying Scotsman, Emily, Harvey, Salty, Fergus, Spencer, Jock, Arthur, etc., whichever ones are the most rare. These were the very, very ultra rare ones. Like, you can't ever buy this in the US, but recently I saw an ertl Murdoch that was placed on a bid from the US. And the same thing with an ertl lot with the super rare Jock. Now, Arthur, Murdoch, and Jock are next on my list.
When did you see a lot with Jock?
A few days ago. I haven't touched buy on any of them.
Oh, you'll have to show it to me later. So
I just like to look things up because I like to see what they have.
Okay.
Because
Is that it?
The next one we're going to look at is Dodge. Now, this is the newer one that I have. My old Dodge has the broken front coupling, like it was missing.
You have two Dodges?
Yeah, I turned the other one into a custom. You're about to see it soon.
Oh, okay.
So, I do have splatter, but I'll show them in another video. I got this from the Thomas Carey case. Now, he's very spotless. Like, he's nice and clean. He has no scratch, not a single dent.
Is the dirt that's on there part of his paint job?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like that?
Yes.
Cool.
That's what ertl decided to do.
Next.
Custom. This is Alaric, one of the mountain engines. Now,
Spell it.
Alaric.
Okay.
So I made this from a Lord Harry, and the face is made of paper because I didn't think the Lord Harry looked close to Alaric. But he still does have the same back face because you can't remove them, like if you were to make a modification on these. But he was chipped because I bought him in a lot with a ton of poor condition engines. But I still used them because I was turning them into customs.
Okay.
I'm not sure how long we're at, but there's a few more left.
4 minutes.
So, I'm not sure how long this will be, but here is Oli, the mainland diesel shunter.
Is
Now,
it made out of a...
this was made out of Dodge. Like,
oh,
if
it
you
looks kind of like airy.
if you could see the face, it's exactly Dodge. This was my old one before I got this one recently. I did mention that it had the front coupling missing. Yeah. What's weird about Dodge is that he's dated in 1999 when he was thought of in 2000.
Well, that's when they applied for the patent for
That's
the mold.
a
They
few
look good. That's my favorite one you've made.
years before they made Dodge. They made Devious Diesel, and they probably just took the mold from Diesel, but added a Dodge face and painted it to make Dodge.
I'm sure. I think patents are expensive. Okay, that's 4 and we're at 5 minutes.
Okay, so I have 3 troublesome trucks. Now, these 2 are the shut-eye troublesome trucks, and they're both facing the front. This is the opened-eye troublesome truck, and he's facing backwards for some reason. I don't know what that is. But they all connect to each other with these little pins. And what was weird about these trains is that they had the same coupling as on the back. Like, if you look here.
So can those trains pull those cars?
Yes, they can.
Cool.
It's a simple pin hook. Like, these were before Thomas Adventures. Like, you could literally make a freight train
Yeah, I
with
like
these.
that better than the 90s.
Now, if Emily wasn't missing her coupling, you could actually hook engines to the front of her.
You
So-
mean the front of them to the back of her?
Yeah, so maybe I might cut off a hook of the
Maybe if you have a
train
lot
on
and get some crappy engine you don't like, you could use its coupling to put on Emily.
or maybe, just maybe, I would get another Emily and maybe just
But then
So-
that one still wouldn't have a coupling, though.
I mean, my mom had an idea, like, I'd get it like a duplicate of some train I already have from the UK, like maybe a Harvey or
Thomas.
which whoever has the U-hook, I would cut that off and put it on this.
Okay.
Or maybe just this stock steer
We're at
coupling.
6.5 minutes.
Okay, so I hope we have time to do this last 5.
Well,
So
you have as much time as you want.
this is Scruffy, one of the troublesome trucks now. He's different from these kind of troublesome trucks, mainly because he has a hollow end and his buffer
Still
system.
the same on the bottom?
This looks accurate to the TV show, and this is just a different shape. Like, I'm not sure why they could have just made these troublesome trucks the same old as Scruffy, because I always thought this looked the most accurate out of all the troublesome trucks.
7 minutes.
Here is who I was wanting to get. This is Gordon, but this is the brand new Gordon. I turned my old Gordon into a custom Alfred
When did you get this one?
with the Thomas Carey case that we got
last week?
last month.
Oh, we're waiting on
We're waiting on Ertl Fergus.
Fergus. Okay.
He's still on transit,
Yeah, I got an update on my phone. I'll have to check it here in a little bit.
but I did paint his running board white. It was a good thing that Gordon was
I like how the ertl
in mint
tenders
condition.
are connected.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
a lot less for moms to clean up.
I always thought he was very long for his size. Like, since he has this wheel configuration,
Kind of like a
isn't it?
giant pencil.
I mean, he almost looks like Murdoch since he's so big. Even
He's
though,
not as wide. Murdoch is wide like this. He's more skinny.
but there he is with Emily. Like, she looks kind of small, but I still like how these turned out. Like, Ertl always did a good job.
8 minutes.
Except for the size of most engines. Like, Oliver's very small. Like, he almost looks like a little midget. But the old Oliver I have is a broken one. The funnel snapped, so I made a new one out of paper. But I'm thinking of replacing that with a new Oliver that I'm planning on buying. And I'm going to turn my old Oliver into a scrap Oliver.
Okay.
This next one is version 1 of Bear. Now, I'm not copying whoever's
Who's inside there?
D261, but I took the face off of that one because my old D261 had a paper face. So I
Where did
decided
it come from?
It was a lot with diesel and
Long time ago?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay.
So I'm thinking of getting D7101.
That's heavy.
Like, he's another UK exclusive, just like Emily. Like, he's very rare and hard to find.
The real one of this?
Yeah,
Okay.
but this is just a stunt.
Yeah.
Second to last, we
9
have
minutes.
Derek the Diesel Engine. Now,
I like that.
I'm not sure why Alec Baldwin never said Derek in the TV show. He just called him the Diesel, like George Carlin called
Alec
D2.
Baldwin is a putz.
George Carlin just called D261
Ooh, I like
the
the
Diesel.
windshield wipers. That's a nice detail.
I don't think these are windshield wipers.
What do you think they are?
No, wait. These might be windshield
They look
wipers
like windshield wipers to me.
on the windows, like.
So that the
of the
guy
cab.
inside there can see.
Now, Derek was in good condition, apart from a few scratches on him.
When did you get this one?
A long time ago.
Okay.
Some of these I got a long time ago.
He's the exact same length as Emily. Like, almost identical.
Final one is another rare one from the UK. But this is
10 minutes.
Salty, the Dockyards Diesel.
Oh.
I always thought Salty was a nice character.
Did this come in the lot with Harvey
Yeah.
last week?
This is a good representation of him. Like, he's always a nice character to have because he always...
Yeah, I like the detailing.
Because he's kind of a sea captain. Like, he always likes to work at Brenham Docks. And Emily's kind of the first female engine to arrive on Sodor. Like,
so this was 12.
Michael
together?
Brandon and Alec Baldwin were geniuses when they invented Emily and Salty. Like, I'm surprised George Carlin never thought of Emily. But that was part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 of the Thomas and Friends Earl collection. Which one of these was your favorite engine out of this set so far?
This one.
Let me know in the comments section below. But also, do you like Emily and Salty? I personally do, because these are super hard to find. Like, you cannot find them anywhere except the UK. Peace out as always, and goodbye.